Hey y'all, welcome back to Hopped Up Beer Review. Today we are drinking Fred's Roggenbier out of OEC Brewing from Oxford, Connecticut. Thanks for joining us.
Hey everybody, welcome to Hopped Up Beer Review, the show where we give you our unprofessional and somewhat biased opinion about the beer we are drinking and reviewing. Definitely appreciate you checking out this video. We were back with hopefully a fun beer to review today. And I've got Jay. I don't know who the other person is in the attic. And I'm Ben. What are we drinking, gentlemen?
Fred's Roggenbier.
Roggenbier. Translated, rye beer.
All right.
From OEC Brewing.
OEC Brewing. Very interesting brewery.
So while we pour, is the mustache staying for a while, around for a while, or
It might be here for a couple reviews, maybe.
okay? It's a bold.
I don't know.
The wife might have something to say about that one.
She doesn't know about it. Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
Yeah. Roggenbier. This is 5.4%. It is a German-style rye lager. And those type of lagers typically have a little spicy note, sour, unfiltered appeal to them. Fred's unfiltered.
Yes.
Yeah. I guess I should have shook mine.
Lots of stuff dancing around in the glass.
Yeah.
There, which is very interesting.
The reason they call it Fred's Roggenbier is Fred is the Australian Shepherd that is featured on the can's label. It's a mini Australian Shepherd, from what they said. So that's their brewery dog, who's there usually Monday through Thursday, Friday. Yeah.
Takes the weekends off.
Yeah, that's pretty much what they said. Takes the weekends off, goes to the home, and recharges.
Fair enough.
This beer particularly has tastes of caramel that are balanced by 3 types of rye. It adds the rye spice and has earthy hop notes from, they use noble hops, they say. Yeah. Like I said, just like Fred, his sharp bark is balanced out by his soft fur and playful nature. Balanced. I'm not getting much fur from this one.
It's because you shaved the rest of the beard.
Yeah. I'm feeling kind of chilly in here. OEC stands for Ordinum Excentria Coctoris. And I didn't say it in the proper Latin pronunciation, I'm sure, even though I looked it up. It loosely translates to the Order of the Eccentric Boilers, also referred to brewers. Back in the day, brewers were known as boilers. It's a microbrewery that opened in June 2014. All their beers are unfiltered, unpasteurized, open fermented.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they named themselves after like a spoof on secret societies of the past. Failed to mention that. The brewers here, the founder and owner, takes influence from older styles of brewing from like northern Germany and then throughout Belgium. The site is pretty cool. They say it's in the middle of it's like an urban farm because it's in the middle of this industrial area, but it's like got this. I'll tell you, they have a bakery, a coffee roaster, a smokehouse, greenhouses, an orchard, vineyard, beehive, and a vinegar barn. They use native wild yeasts from their property for fermentation. They dedicated to forgotten beers and processes. With all of their beers, they use a cool ship, and I didn't know that was the name of what you would call this. It's like this big, broad, shallow, open top, flat vessel to cool the wort. And most breweries only use that type of like a cool ship for Belgian style ales. But I mean, they get into it with some of these things. The owner is the son of his father owned a company that imported types of beer, or not just beer, but alcohols throughout the world, but also they would import for companies and do like a collaborative, and they would get the ingredients and make it there. So he got a lot of practice from making beer and other alcohols like meads and stuff like that from working for his father. And that's when, it was always in the back of his mind, and it gave him the ability to slow open this OEC, because some of these techniques that they use take months, and you can't just mass produce. And so it allowed them to be prosperous early on. They have all these different types of barrels. They do a lot of blends. They use granite, almost like granite barrels for some of them. Yeah, there's so much to go on. Well, I encourage people to look at the website, or actually didn't find it on the website. I found it on another article about it. So cool brewery. It'd be fun to visit if they did tours and all, which I think they do.
Yeah, we'll have to talk to corporate about that for sure. I can't get over
Connecticut. Sounds great.
I can't get over just all the stuff floating, and then just with the carbonation, it's it's just bubbling up to the top. Just
suspended.
Fun to watch.
Unfiltered, open
fermented
fermentation. Yeah.
It's cool.
Unpasteurized.
I mean, it's almost like a lava lamp here, right in my glass. It's just the carbonation is just pushing it all to the top. Anyway,
we do see a good bit of their stuff come through here, which is kind of amazing given that it's so far away.
Yeah, I saw when I was in Birmingham for all those times. I saw a lot of OEC on the shelves.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Good variety.
Huntsville, yeah. So,
all right, who's had this one before?
Andy bought it when we were together, though.
Mm-hmm.
So are you volunteering to go first here?
I'll go first.
What you think?
Would you like me to go first, Ben?
Sure. Yeah, go first.
I think this is really good and intriguing. Like you said, the unfiltered, the carbonation, you got the bubbles that are still flowing. Definitely have that caramel note comes across, and the malts in there. I really like it. I think I'm gonna have to give it an 8. It's very smooth tasting. For a rye. So
yeah, I'll jump in and go next. I don't. We had another rye. I mean, I know we hadn't done one for the show that I can think of. Another rye lager. I'm trying to think if I've ever even had one before now.
I believe we have.
So anyway, I really like it. Caramel and earthy are the two flavors that I get out of this. It is easy to drink. It's not it's not heavy. It's not necessarily light either, but it's a good kind of in the middle for me. But I'm with you, Jay. I think this one is really good. this would be one, I'd love to have in the fridge and, have one, if I had a 6-pack, I'd probably drink one a day, along with some other stuff, just because it's easy to drink and it could be a good, beer after you've had a couple to kind of round off the night. I'm 8 was my score as well. I think it's really good. I like it. Put a dog on a can. You can't go wrong with it, I think. So
I almost think it would be better as a really good fall campfire beer. You know, for me, drinking in the summertime, this would be a lot harder.
I wouldn't have a problem drinking this in the summertime personally. So I like it pretty much anytime. But I see what you're saying from the fall aspect, that earthy flavor,
Yeah,
and the caramel
earthy.
too.
It almost has a little smokiness to it. I don't know.
Yeah. All right, mustache.
Mustachio. I think and they had mentioned it, but I think it dawned on me drinking it and trying to pick out everything. Balanced is the best way to describe it, because it's not too much or too heavy in one direction. It's a mild rye, but a mild caramel, and then no real bitterness. So the earthiness, the hops, tone it down to keep it from being too sugary tasting in that sense. Very easy to drink. And I too was considering an 8. So fun beer. Really good.
Yeah. I think the balanced is a great point to make, that it's not, it's right there in the middle. It doesn't lean one way or the other.
Yeah.
Taste profile.
But you get a little of everything.
Yeah.
Makes me
I
want
was
to
just
try
worried.
more OEC.
Yeah.
For sure. I've walked past it many times and just have never pulled the trigger. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, pull the trigger now.
I was worried it would be too. When I see caramel as a descriptor, I'm worried about it being too sweet, syrupy tasting. But this is nowhere near that.
Yeah, it's great. That is going to be an 8.0 for Fred's Roggenbier here from OEC Brewing. Definitely a beer I think that if you come across, you need to grab and try. Very interesting, and one I think we've all enjoyed and would definitely drink again. So if you see it out there in the wild, grab it. We're going to look for some more OEC Brewing beer after trying this one, and give some more of their beers a shot and reviews. So you all right over there, Andy? So
these impulses, it's the stash.
There you go. Definitely appreciate you checking out this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, cheers, that notification bell. Check us out on all social media links down below in the description. Come say hey in our Hopped Up Beer Review Discord server. It's a chat room where we talk about beards and mustaches and clean shaven faces as well. And if you have any interesting Hopped Up Beer Review merch, we got a link for that. My koozie shirts, glassware, other kind of stuff there. You can go check out. And then lastly, if you have any interest in any of the equipment or the glassware that we have purchased, we've got links below for that. Andy's showing off one there. But any of the equipment that we use to record this show, some links down below there too. With that, for Andy in the attic and the mustache and Jay, I'm Ben. Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates. It's a 4-man show now.
You somehow became 2 men, huh? Is that what you're saying?
Stash stays. You go.